decided to talk a little bit more about preparing your space for a good night's sleep. If this is something that interests you, keep watching. Hi everyone, I'm Paula Rose. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, lovely to see you. Great to have your company here on this channel. We talk about all things of health, wellness, of mind, body and spirit. So let's get stuck into restorative sleep and a little bit more about preparing your space. In my last video I talked about preparing your space, and but there's a lot more to really talk about it and to get into the habit of creating a wonderful atmosphere so you can get a good night's sleep. And I'm sharing with you a little bit about the things that I found that has been helpful to me, and it may be helpful to you, because you know, if we don't get a good night's sleep, we're not going to be well, we're not going to be healthy, particularly if not sleeping it becomes a real habit for you. And then we want to reverse that, and we want to be able to at least get the minimum of 5 hours straight sleep, if that's all you can manage. At best 8 hours. Some people need a little bit more. I need 5 to 6 straight sleep, and I have found some tricks and techniques to help me with that, and one of them is to prepare my space. If you missed the last video on that, it's linked down below, so make sure you watch that. And this is a continuation, as I said. Lighting. Let's talk about lighting. Lighting is very, very important in preparing yourself for sleep. You know, if you have bright lights all the time, you're not going to be winding down. You're going to be awake, and you know, you all of your serotonin and endorphins and your cortisol and all those other chemicals are just going to be, you know, they're going to be, you know, wanting to wake you up. So you really need to dim down that light. I cannot stress the importance of light, to managing your light. If you're living with someone who insists on having everything bright, and there are people like that, I know them, and if you're living with other people, it's very difficult to control your atmosphere. If you're living alone, well, all power to you, because you're in total control of that. But if you're living with somebody who likes bright lights, try to perhaps go to another room that is lit dimly, or go to bed earlier than the other person and dim your lights in your bedroom. You know, say that you're going to go to read, not to work on your laptop, because that is another light. Even you may say, but Paula Rose, I've got a blue light on my phone or on my laptop. It is work, and it is still a light, and it's going to take your interest, and what you see there is going to raise your heartbeat and raise your blood pressure, and that is not conducive for preparing for sleep at all. You need to be calm. So the best thing to do is to go to bed. If you're living with somebody else that likes the bright lights, go to bed earlier, half an hour earlier, an hour earlier, whatever you can manage. Have a dim light next to you. Put on some soft music, not classical music, because classical music you can have the trumpets and you have the drums, and it can be really quite dramatic, and unless you got a CD or you got an app and you know specifically what you are playing. If you go on to classic radio, FM for example, here in the UK, you could sort of get anything. You might not get the quiet one. So make sure you put on quiet music that you know it's going to be quiet, and it's going to help you to calm. It's going to help you do that and feel that. Right, you just preparing for sleep. That's what you want to achieve. That and a dim lighting and a soft music will help you with that. What else with the lighting that I have found, I have these dotted around the house. Now, these are movement sensors. I bought these on Amazon. I'm sure around the world you can buy these. I'm not affiliate in any way, so I'm only sharing with you what works for me. You charge them with a phone charger and they last for days. It's just amazing. And I have two little dogs which sleep downstairs in the evening, and I have these dotted around, so when they move around it goes on for them, and so they feel like, you know, they're not lost in the dark for hours on end. But I also use it for my next to my bed. So if I get up at night, it automatically comes on and I don't have to reach for a light. And if I'm up at night, I'm going downstairs, I live in a house with stairs, I put these on the stairs so they'll come on as I passed by or as I approach them, so I won't have to turn the big light on, because turning the main light on will wake you up more than you want to be woken up. Light will wake you up. No mistaking it. Artificial light, if it's bright, it will wake you up. So what you need to do is to shut down that light, put on the soft music and get that factor. And the last thing I'm sharing with you in this video about how to prepare for sleep is senses, what you're smelling. Are you smelling something really lovely that's going to help you relax, or are you going to be smelling something that's going to really disturb you and is not going to allow you to relax? Or are you smelling nothing and all your sinuses are completely blocked and you can't breathe? Well, let's start with your sinuses. I have sinusitis, and I have to deliberately, intentionally look after it, and I get terrible hay fever. Not so bad this year. This is probably the best year I've had here in Wales. I don't know why. Perhaps this is my third year living in this area. I've been in Wales many years, but I moved to a new area in Wales 3 years ago. Perhaps I'm getting used to that. I don't know. That's interesting. I just thought about that my hay fever is not half as bad as it has been, but I have sinusitis. So to be able to have a restful sleep, I need to be breathing, because I know as a nurse, and also I have friends who have sleep apnea and they have CPAP machines, and so I don't want to go that route. So I ensure that I can breathe properly when I am fast asleep. So I make sure all of my sinuses are as clear as I can get them. I've got a sea salt spray which I spray to clear all my nasal passages, and I don't always use it, just a nasal spray, because I find they can thin the lining of the nose inside if you use them regularly. But when I'm really chronic, I use a nasal spray as well. However you do it, make sure that your sinuses are clear so you can breathe properly, because if you can't breathe properly, you will wake up and you won't get a good night's sleep. So check that with your breathing. And in another video I'm going to talk about, I'm going to do a whole video on breathing and what I do to exercise my lungs and to make sure that I'm deep breathing in my sleep as well. And so another thing to do with smell and sinuses is that I ensure that I have nice smells. You know, I love lavender, I love the smell of roses, and I'm really into essential oils. I have been for a long time. I've got many books on essential oils. I actually make my own skincare products just for me through using the essential oils, but I also use it in a diffuser which I have in my bedroom, and I don't always get on with the diffuser that you put water in and then you put drops of essential oils and then you put the top on and you press the button and you get all this mist. I find sometimes that really plays up with my sinuses big time, so I don't always use that. But most of the time I use this. It's an oil burner, and you've got to put this in a safe place because it is a lit candle. It is a tea light. Here in the UK we call them tea lights, and you can get big ones or small ones. This one will last 3 hours. So I put enough essential oil in the top that would last 3 hours. Then I would light the candle, and I will put it way away from my bed to make sure that I don't accidentally knock it in the night, or even if I get up, to make sure that I don't accidentally knock it in a groggy state of sleepiness. And I put it, and then it fills my room with beautiful scents. If you're sleeping with someone who hates that doesn't want that, again, put yourself to bed a little bit earlier. Put on some essential oils in the diffuser while you're alone. When the person comes up to bed, blow out the candle, and within no time they won't smell the smell anymore. You know, nobody else is responsible for your health except you. Sometimes we can rely on other people so much that we give them the power to make decisions for our health and well-being. But you know, we live in an age where information is so available for free, and we can learn about ourselves and what makes us well and healthy. So if you take responsibility for your sleeping, I guarantee you'll sleep a lot better. And even if you're a somniac, you can learn to work with that and work around that, and to use that to your best advantage as well. And if you want to see a video on that, please comment and let me know, and I'll make a video on that, because I've spent many years not being able to sleep, and I found ways to help me that may indeed help you. So I hope that this video about preparing your space is helpful to you. But like anything, you have to create a habit, and in creating a habit you've got to create a routine. And in creating a routine, scientists say that it takes at least minimum 21 days, in some cases 90 days, to establish a good habit of a routine. But it is all worth it if it's going to help you to be well and fit and ready for the next day, so you can really enjoy it and be focused and productive with a smile on your face, and enjoy life, enjoy those that you love, and enjoy those things that you love doing. Well, as ever, I thank you for your company. If you've enjoyed this video and it's been helpful to you, please like it, and please subscribe as well, because this will help grow the channel, and it'll give you updates as I post them, if you're interested in all things health, fitness and wellness. And so remember, your wellness really does matter, so you can live life on purpose, in hope, faith and love. So God bless you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.